Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope your day is going great. Mine's been really awesome, and I love that you guys are super excited for the talk show I'm going to be doing this Sunday with Dante from the Houston Outlaws and Avast, the former Boston Uprising player. Now, if you didn't see my video earlier today where I talked about the talk show, be sure to stay till the end of the video, and I'll give you guys more details because you'll have a chance to come onto the talk show and ask me, Dante, or Avast any questions. Anyways, guys, moving on to today's video. First, we are talking about the Dallas Fuel. That's right, guys. We are expecting their new player announcement to be on this Friday, Black Friday. Super excited. We'll get a little bit more into that and who it might be. Then moving on, we are going to be talking about Wraxu, guys. Now, for those of you who don't know who he is, he was a popular streamer, super popular Hanzo player who just disappeared and quit the game. Well, he's back, and the first thing he said on stream today was that Seagull and everyone who watches his videos and any other YouTube videos are R-words and just idiots. Yeah, guys, it's pretty crazy. Then moving on to the very last part of the video, we are going to be talking about Profit versus Carpe. Who is better, guys? I know you guys all might expect me to say Profit, but you're just gonna have to wait till the end of the video to see. If you guys are excited to watch this one, be sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to my channel for more daily Overwatch League news and updates. Alright, boys, let's start off with the Dallas Fuel. So you guys know me personally, I've been hyping up this new Dallas Fuel signing for a long time. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a huge pickup. We're talking like one of the best players in Overwatch League that will help ascend the Dallas Fuel to one of the best teams in the Overwatch League. The reason I say this is because it's been so hard for me to find out who this player is. There's NDAs involved, so many contracts are just not allowing people to leak it to me. Now, if you guys don't know what an NDA is, it's short for a non-disclosure agreement, which means it's a document that you sign personally that says you are not legally allowed to talk about whatever the information is in the NDA to anybody. And if you do, it means you can be possibly sued. You can just get in a ton of trouble. So that's why these people can't leak it to me. And the only reason I can think of this is because it's got to be something absolutely mega huge, bigger than Defran, bigger than Soon. At least that's what I'm hoping, because if it's not, I'll be absolutely devastated. There's no way Dallas Fuel goes out and they don't sign a top tier projectile player. It's got to be a Hydration, a Fleta, a Flower, Profit, Libero. Somebody like that has to be joining the Dallas Fuel, and I believe they are going to announce it this Friday on Black Friday because of their Twitter post today. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So it's pretty simple. As you guys can see, it's black. It's got a Dallas Fuel logo in the background, and it says 11/23/18, which again is Black Friday. So again, this is what is leading me to think that there is going to be a very big player announcement coming on Friday. Also, just the end of roster signings is coming. There's not a lot more time left for them. I'm also expecting Vancouver and Washington, D.C. to eventually announce all of their rosters and their branding. Because honestly, the clock is ticking. There's not a lot of time left. It's almost December, boys. These teams got to start getting ready and practicing and advertising their brands and players. Real quick, though, while we're on the topic of the Dallas Fuel, I want to talk about OGE since he was in my video yesterday. I seen today that he is starting up a new YouTube channel, and you guys know I love to advertise fellow YouTubers, especially Overwatch League players. It's always exciting seeing them getting into the game. It's a way for them to make some extra revenue, and of course we just all love YouTube here. That's why we all use this platform. So I want to advertise his channel. He just opened up his channel yesterday. He posted a video called OGE Opens YouTube, and he's got currently 969 subscribers. Oh, 969. Anyways, 969, guys. Let's see if we can get him up to 3,000. We got Avast up to 3,000 like last week, or I guess that was more like 2 weeks ago, but I will be leaving a link to OG's channel in the description. Go subscribe to him right now, guys. We have to get him to 3,000. Early Christmas present for him. He's a funny guy. I love OGE. We always get along. And let's go ahead and take a look at a little bit of his montage that he posted, because honestly, it's insane main tank play. So if you want to see sick plays, you better subscribe.
She cares about his money in the city where she's from. Her intention is the paper, she don't need no freaking love. Yeah, I blood. Feel like cousin, I got that drink. It could be purple, it could be pink. Man, in the night, you mix that bitch. Money never got till we get that bitch. And I'm on one, yeah. You know I'm on one, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yes, oh yeah.
So there's an example of some of the content you can find on OG's channel. I love his Winston play. It's so smart. The way he places his bubbles and manages his cooldowns is incredible. So if you're an aspiring main tank or you just love OGE, go check out his content and subscribe. Button will be down below in the description, boys. And now let's go ahead and move on to Wraxu, because he really did have some interesting things to say on his very first stream back to Overwatch. Now, I'm not sure all of you guys will know who Wraxu is since he's not a pro player and I mainly do Overwatch League content on my channel, but he is a really popular Overwatch streamer who is a high-level Hanzo player. I'm sure most of you know who he is, but he disappeared for like 6 months, literally. Nobody knew where the guy went. I don't remember if he had a breakdown on stream or what. Honestly, I don't know what happened to him. He disappeared. But he came back today, and he just went off on Seagull and everybody in his chat who watched Seagull's State of Overwatch video. It was awful. I don't know. It was weird. Let's roll the clip.
Thoughts on Seagull video. These are my thoughts, alright? I'm just gonna say you, because you know you brought it up. You idiots, not everybody. Only the people that watch videos need to stop holding these pros' dicks in your fucking mouths. Okay, just stop. Who cares about what some retard says on a video? Okay, I'm not calling him a retard. I'm saying everyone's a fucking retard in my book. Alright, man, maybe you should stop holding what he says as fucking God's word. Who gives a shit?
Okay, so I'd say it's real interesting to disappear for so long and then come back to the game and absolutely flame Seagull and his video and anybody who watches it. Sure, I know at the end he was like, oh, I mean, I don't mean this about Seagull. Clearly he did, because it took him like 8 seconds to say that. The guy straight up called him an R-word. He called him a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't know. I don't like this at all. You can either be part of the solution or just don't be part of it at all. So you can jump in, you can help out, talk about the video, what you think of it, how you can improve Overwatch, because we all know, even you, Wraxu, that the game is not in a great state, because you mentioned multiple times during your stream that you wanted to see Doomfist get nerfed and you weren't having fun. Well, that was the whole point of the video. And nobody has Seagull's dick in their hand because we think he is God or something. It's because he is a very smart guy. And not only was he a professional player for a long time, he's also been a high-level ladder player, he's been a streamer, he's done everything in Overwatch, he's experienced it all. And everything he said in his video was really valid. And it's what a lot of people are thinking, and he just has the voice to get it across, and he is helping the community push it into Blizzard. What this clip looks like to me is that Wraxu quit the game because he didn't like it, he wasn't having fun, and then he came back 6 months later and he still hates the game and he's just unhappy and he wants to cause chaos, which, I mean, go for it, man. If that's what you want to do, if that's what gets you views, that's what gets you views. I understand the game, but hey, if you're going to say stuff like this, it's definitely going to be covered on my channel. And again, I really don't like it. I think you should either be part of the solution when it comes to this or just not part of it at all, because we all want to see Overwatch improve and become a better game because we love it. And the Overwatch League is the greatest esport in the entire world, and I would die. I would absolutely die if Overwatch League ended. So that's going to be it for Wraxu. Let's go ahead and move on now and talk about the last topic, which is going to be Prophet versus Carpe. Who is the better player? Now, this is absolutely one of the hardest questions in all of Overwatch League. It's so much harder than saying, oh, is X team better than X team? Because X team plays X team, and one of the teams will come out on top. So it's like if you say, is London Spitfire better than New York Excelsior? Well, you'll say London is better. They won the championship. New York didn't. But it's almost impossible to compare players and say, is Carpe better than Prophet, or is Prophet better than Carpe? Because yeah, they go up against each other, but it really doesn't matter who performs better. At the end of the day, it matters which team wins, right? And well, London Spitfire has the better team. Prophet has better teammates. But just because Prophet has better teammates doesn't mean that he is better than Carpe. It just means that it might be a little bit easier for Prophet to pop off and shine through everyone else. And that it might be a little harder for somebody like Carpe to shine because he's got to deal with better players like Gesture, while Prophet only has to deal with Sado. Now, I'm not saying Sado isn't a good player, it's just him compared to Gesture. Gesture is miles ahead. I think we can all agree that Poco is one of the best divas in the league, but also Fury is just a little bit ahead of him. And then if you look at the supports, I'd say Neptuno and Nuss are probably on the same level, but for the flex supports, Bedosin was very clearly better than Boobox during their match. So overall, the advantage goes for the side of London Spitfire. And again, this would give Prophet the edge to make it easier to play better. Let's go ahead and create an imaginary point system between the two. Let's look at aim first. Who has better aim, Prophet or Carpe? Well, I think think Carpe has better aim, right? So that's 1 point for Carpe. Now let's look at positioning. Who has the better positioning? This one's very close. I think Carpe is a smart player and he positions himself very well, but he still dies a decent amount. You look at Prophet, he's one of the least dying DPS players in all of Overwatch League, so I think we might have to give positioning over to him. So now we're currently tied up at 1-1. Now let's look at flexibility. Who's more flexible? This one, in my opinion, has got to be a tie. Both of them can play Genji and Tracer at a really high level, but then their hero pools kind of get a little different. Carpe leans more into the hit scan heroes like McCree, Widowmaker, Soldier, and then Prophet, he leans more into like the projectile and tanky heroes like Pharah, Junkrat, Roadhog, and Zarya. So I think this has got to be really even for them. I would say 1 point for each, so that puts us at 2-2. Moving on to the next point, let's talk about teamwork. Who works better around their teammates? Now this one's really tough because I can't actually see inside of their team and listen to their communications, but from the outside looking in, I'd say Prophet probably works with his teammates a little bit more, just because he seems to always be in the right spot. Sure, Carpe's in the right spot a lot of the times, but Prophet is always in the right spot. So let's give a point over to Prophet, putting us at 3-2 in favor of Prophet. Now let's talk about clutchness. Who is more clutch, Prophet or Carpe? This one's really tough because we've seen both of these players pop off when they need to, but looking back at Season 1 and every big moment for the London Spitfire besides Stage 2 playoffs, Prophet showed up so hard for his team. Look at Volskaya, for example, in the grand finals. Those were incredible plays that he made and were just unmatched by Carpe. So for clutchness, we're going to have to give that over to Prophet. That puts it at 4-2. Now let's move on to consistency. Which player is more consistent? Again, both of them are consistent. It seems like every single one of them is so good at all these things I list, but I do think Carpe is a little bit more consistent than Prophet. I honestly can't remember a match where Carpe didn't play great. And honestly, I can almost say the same thing about Prophet, but because his team slumped really hard at certain points, he also had a couple bad games during Stage 2 and Stage 3. So we'll go ahead and give that over to Carpe, putting it at 3-4. And now the last one, which I think is a point for Carpe, and it's which team is harder to play with. And I think this point definitely goes over to Carpe because Carpe has to play with a mixed roster, not only just Western players and Korean players, it's just like a huge mix of players all over the world. We're talking Russia, Israel, Spain, just the entire world, Korea. It is most definitely the craziest roster in the Overwatch League, so that definitely makes it hard for him to communicate. Then on top of that, as I said earlier, London Spitfire just has better players. So Carpe is going to be put in a situation where he has weaker players than Prophet. So he's got to get a point for that, tying it up 4-4. And I don't know what else to talk about. Maybe we can give a point for who has the highest skill potential, but that's really hard to measure. We've seen Prophet and Carpe both pop off super hard, so we would just end up giving them both a point for this, and we would go back and forth, and at the end of the day, it's going to be very, very close. And as I said at the beginning, it's almost impossible to determine who is better, Prophet or Carpe. I think it just comes down to which style do you prefer. Carpe has more of a like super hard in-your-face carry, while Prophet kind of has a more in-the-back cleanup carry. And then we also got to talk about the hero pools. Do you prefer to watch somebody play like the Widowmaker and carry, or do you prefer to watch somebody play like Genji or Junkrat and carry? It really is just a different style, and in my opinion, I don't know who is better, guys. I really don't. After Season 1, it's almost impossible to choose. I guess going into Season 2, it'll be really exciting seeing these two players, see if they can play it as high as they did in Season 1, which honestly sounds like an impossible task because they were both DPS MVPs in my opinion. Anyways, as I said earlier, I'm super excited for Season 2 of the Overwatch League. I cannot wait. Now let's go ahead and move on and talk a little bit about the talk show, which I announced at the beginning of the video. So if you guys didn't know, I am going to be hosting a talk show this Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern with Dante and Avast. Now this is going to be a super interactive and engaging talk show for you guys. This means you guys will be able to come onto the talk show and ask Dante, myself, or Avast any questions you want with your microphone, with your webcam, whatever you want to do. Now you're probably wondering, well, how do I get on there then? How do we get invited? So throughout the week, I'm going to be posting random questions in the middle of my videos, either at 1 minute, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. At the end, it's going to be random. So if you didn't see yesterday's video, at the end, I asked you guys in their very first map that they played in the Overwatch League Season 1. And well, somebody did end up winning. So shout out to eGirlAri, which is the Discord name of the person who won. I am talking to them about what questions they want to ask. So the way you guys can come on the talk show is you answer the question, which today's question is, right now, I'm giving it to you guys. what was the record of the San Francisco Shock at the end of Stage 4 for all of Season 1 Overwatch League? So I want to know what their overall record was for Season 1 of the Overwatch League. Everybody message me on Discord. I'm going to be selecting one person randomly who answered the question correctly, and you will be able to come live on the talk show. Make sure you have a microphone so you can do so. So again, you guys can all message me and I will randomly select someone out of everyone who messaged me with the right answer. You must be subscribed and you must follow me on Twitter, and I will message you back if you win. So for those of you who did watch the video yesterday, I did change up the format. I did say yesterday it was going to be the first person to message me, but now instead I want to give everybody a chance because not everybody can watch the video right away. I'm just going to randomly select somebody after a few hours who messaged me with the right answer. So that's going to be it, guys. Let me know down in the comments if you're excited for the talk show. If you did enjoy this video, what did you like about it? Also, drop a like and be sure subscribe to my channel if you want to be on the talk show or if you want to stay updated on anything Overwatch League because I upload daily, boys. I'm out of here. Peace.